So this week we'll talk about Overwatch 2, some stuff PlayStation is doing, and a couple Pokemon updates that are kind of exciting. Let's get into this week's game news show straight away. All right, kicking it off, we got our main story. Overwatch 2 is doing really well. It hit 25 million players within the first 10 days of it being out. I think overall the game feels pretty good. You know, there's a lot of changes. There's been some glitches that have been addressed. There's been some post-season updates going to be happening soon, or mid-season updates, I should say. There's some stuff I still want to come back, mostly like the post-game stats and stuff. Hopefully the community makes a big enough uproar that they listen. But yeah, that's, you know, I'm really excited at the state Overwatch 2 is in now, especially after that rough launch, but it's in a good spot. It's really fun to play. We've been playing it on stream, which is tough because there's so many other great games that we've been wanting to play, and we're finally getting back to Pokemon Shield tonight, which has been, well, I don't know, a month, maybe 3 weeks since we played. So yeah, so Overwatch 2 is doing great. They added Kiriko to competitive today, so if you like playing in competitive, you can now play as Kiriko, which is really cool. Fun character, like the way she plays. I'm terrible with her, but yeah, we'll go on to the next story here. PlayStation announced in the last week or so that they'll be making a bigger push into the PC market with their first-party games releasing within a year of the PlayStation 5 release, which is interesting. With one exception, any live service titles will be included in that, or excluded in that 1 year loop. So basically, if they make a multiplayer game, live service game, it's going to go straight to PC day and date with PlayStation 5, which is great. But single player games, it looks like they're going to be delaying by about a year. Kind of makes sense. I mean, they kind of proved that with Miles Morales because it launched very quickly after Spider-Man launched on PC. So it's kind of surprising. But yeah, last week we got a look at, or no, sorry, last month we got a look at the DualSense Edge, which is Sony's answer to the Xbox Elite controller. Today we got more info on it. We got a price point, $200. I mean, it's cool. It comes with some paddles, some different analog sticks, a locking adapter for the USB cable, and a charging case, which is really cool. I mean, it's basically the Xbox Elite controller. So nice. That's pretty awesome. That if you want a DualSense, but with a Pro controller feel, Elite controller feel, whatever you want to call it, you now have that option. $200 is a little steep, but these controllers are already expensive to begin with, so go for it. You've got some customizable profiles, some swappable analog stick modules, I believe. I mean, it looks like it'll be worth it if that's what you're in the market for, you know. So pretty awesome. Good to see that, you know, competition is fierce in the controller market, apparently. Last week, we got some Pokemon Sword and Shield updates. Sword and Shield, that's what we're playing tonight. We got some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet updates, where we got a first look at Belly Bolt, which yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. They made a big deal about this Pokemon, and it's okay. It's very okay. Like I said, I don't hate it. It's just a Pokemon to me, and that's it. We also got a look at the Electric Gym Leader, Iono. Cool. She's like a streamer and stuff, so you know, I get the idea behind the character. The game's shaping up to look really cool. I just feel like this release, after the last little bits of news we got, this didn't have as much hype in it, but it had a lot of hype behind it. There were a lot of like reaction streams and a bunch of things going on. And then it happened and it was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, cool. We're getting some steady updates a month before the game comes out, but this didn't do it for me. It was like, okay, cool. There's more Pokemon news. Moving on. And then actually moving on, the last distribution event for Pokemon Sword and Shield is out now. You can get Genesect and Volcanion by visiting your local GameStop store until October 29th. And then after that, I think there's going to be one more for Marshadow, I believe. I don't remember. It's not in my notes. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. You can get those two. Which is kind of cool. I mean, Genesect, I don't think has been seen since X and Y, if I'm not mistaken. So that's interesting. But yeah, so those things are going on. Be sure to go harass your local GameStop store for some codes. They'll probably do one per customer. I have heard that some people trying to pick these up are being told they have to pre-order the new Pokemon games, and that's not the case. So be sure to like stand your ground and be like, no, just give me the free code. All I had to do is get in. Anyway, and then lastly, today we got the launch of Xbox Elite controllers in Design Lab, which is cool because you can customize colors of the analog sticks, the face buttons, pretty much everything except the paddles you can pick the color for. Even on the charging case, you can pick the color of the Xbox logo, and that's pretty great. I think it's pretty cool. That's finally there. I will say it is way more expensive than just buying the like full kitted Elite controller that comes in the charging case, but hopefully they've, you know, packed them with like better analog sticks and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, like I said, this episode was going to be short, so that does it for the Game News Show. If you're watching on YouTube, tomorrow morning, this will probably be clipped and short, and thanks for checking it out. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, and let me know what you think of that Sony DualSense Edge controller, because I think it looks pretty cool, but I think it's a little pricey. I don't think it's going to sell very well. But that does it for this episode of the Game News Show. Thanks for checking.